Well, it looks like we have a pretty good breakdown. About 13% of you guys or us are in development and sales. About 38% are program managers and sales managers. We have about a fourth of us who are in executive directors or director positions, and a fourth that remains to be identified. So hopefully we'll get a chance uh, to share a little bit more about who we are as we move along. All right. Thank you. So how are we going to meet the goals for today's webinar? Here's a roadmap that I want to share with you and how we're going to get there. Before we start, we're going to look at this within a context. The context that I'm certain you already very well know, but we'll need to discuss before continuing. Look at number one. We'll talk about the importance of making our every marketing initiative one that is loaded with value. And we'll direct them to those who we know. It's simple. We know them. They know who we are. It's much easier to work with those people than having to start from scratch. Here's number two. We're going to make it a point of being innovators, of innovating. Let's think outside the box and make the most of the resources that are available to us so we can really help our clients grow and we can help our programs grow as well. Number three, let's become more than just another vendor. And an effective way to do this is by making or supporting groups of clients that connect. We can facilitate this process, help them reestablish our own relationships and re-engage in business, in essence, grow our programs. And here's the fourth and last part of the webinar, which will be, let's help them see what's ahead. And maybe we'll figure that ourselves as well. So what is the context that we need to acknowledge before continuing in our discussion today? Well, as we know, the market went bust, and everyone has been affected. The economy has changed. Business used to come knocking at our doors. It doesn't anymore. Where there have been signs of recovery in Wall Street, the actual positive effects are still lagging behind a little bit. And I believe it's going to be a little while before we experience any change of significance. What else has changed? Our clients. The days of lavish conferences at resorts and hotels are over for now. Training budgets have been suspended and sometimes even canceled. Even those companies who are able to spend their funds are most likely now to be holding on to them until further notice. What does it mean? We have to change. This is imperative, guys. Some of us have experienced business knocking on our doors. And I often refer to this as the concept of being a bank teller. People just come to us and give us their money. And in sales training, sometimes people refer to it as sales farmers. You just gather. But clients are not coming to us anymore. So we must go to them like never before. Literally. We need to become sales hunters. Yes, hunters. So we need to do things differently and turn around. Look here. This is how we make a connection with people that we already know are a good fit for us. And who are they? They are former clients or past clients. Why is this important? What should we care about this? Well, as I mentioned before, it's simply easier to reconnect with old friends than to make new ones. So let's reach out to our client list. Let's make an effort to understand them. This is easily done by simply putting ourselves in their shoes and empathizing, assessing where they are. And next, let's go to them, but let's not go to them empty-handed. Let's bring some solutions, something of value, simple ideas. By making ourselves of value and visible, we will become a greater resource. Again, connecting. How are we going to do this? Most likely, our clients are not happy about their inability to maintain business as before or as usual with us. Therefore, they're not going to be the ones taking the initiative to call us. In addition, they're probably overworked, unable to spare time to make that call. So we need to be the ones making that first move. Think about each one of your programs and your current clients. When was the last time you called them? Make those calls now. Well, let's wait until the webinar is over and you can make those calls. But it is imperative that we react and we take that first step immediately. Continuing on. If those clients are stretched and overworked, they're not at all available. So let's be thoughtful in identifying the best way to contact them. We need to be careful and avoid becoming a pest. We need to attempt to assess their challenges prior to making that contact when possible. If we don't know what those challenges are, that's the reason for that call. We want to understand what's going on with the organization and with them at a personal level. Remember, while business exists within two companies, it really exists between the people who represent those organizations, not between two companies. So show you care and use this information to embark into the next step. Once we have learned all about their challenges, let's help them out as long as we can. Let's demonstrate our care and reaffirm our expertise by giving them tips, articles, simply just helping them in any way we can. Think of it, small details go a long way and are very meaningful and create lasting memories. Just the slightest of things. Even if they're busy, they will make it a point to answer that call of yours or that email of yours if every time we're reaching out to them, there's something of value to have. We're offering them something. I remember one of our larger accounts in the program that I lead at Emory lost their largest, the single largest contract that they had. There's a consulting group and they had a big contract and basically lost like 80% of the business. This translated into spending their training. No more from that account. We were doing absolutely nothing. However, we were making it a point to frequently communicate with them and maintain that communication. It actually became a very informal routine of every now and then checking with them. And in that way, we just casually discovered that they were getting involved with the local ASTD association, an association for training and development. And they needed to get some giveaways for that event. Well, as we learned about that, they say, hey, why don't we just send you some stuff? I mean, we have some promotional materials and that will help you, you'll help us. That's a good thing. Well, that meant so much to the client. And we've stayed in touch with them, and even though we haven't done anything with them just yet, you know, I was checking with my team, and I said, how's the client communication, the interaction with this account? And I said, you know, they're still talking frequently, more on a personal level, they're still connecting, but most importantly, they're already talking about like, hey, we don't know when we're going to restart, but when we do, this is what we'd like to do. This is the kind of approach we want to have. Think about it for a second. We wouldn't have that kind of connection with the client if we hadn't made the effort to maintain communications with them, and if we didn't go out of our way to be thoughtful about their challenges and just giving them something. Now that we have that connection again, we're back in the game. We will re-engage in business. Maybe today, maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, but our clients are aware of us once again. And all we need to do is follow up and simply stay in touch. Hope you like that picture.